Hello, BookTube. Well, it's late at night, and I admit the wine has been flowing, but we have a subject to discuss, don't we? All the BookTube is discussing it. The Women's Prize for Fiction long list was announced. 16 very lucky books. And I wanted to go through that list with you, title by title, and then we will discuss a bit. And the first one is H, parentheses, A, parentheses, PPY, which I guess is supposed to mean happy, by Nicola Barker. Then The Idiot by Elif Batuman. Then Miss Burma by Charmaine Craig. Then Manhattan Beach by Jennifer Egan. Then The Mermaid and Mrs. Hancock by Imogen Hermes Goar. Then Sight by Jessie Greengrass. Then L for Oliphant is Completely Fine by Gail Honeyman. Then When I Hit by Mina Kandasmi. Then The Ministry of Utmost Happiness by Arundhati Roy. Then See What I Have Done by Sarah Schmidt. A Boy in Winter by Rachel Seifert. Home Fire by Camilla Shamsi. You all know these names. You'll know some of these names anyway. Then The Trick to Time by Kit DeWall. You're going to be familiar. You're going to know right away which of these titles are familiar to me and which of them are. Two of them are not, and you've already guessed it. And then Sing Unburied Sing by Jasmine Ward. This is the long list for the Women's Prize in Fiction, a much anticipated big deal literary award. And to discuss the prize, I thought, since I'm here and comfortable in front of the camera, I would invite Deb to come on camera and join me and discuss our very first impressions of this award. There we go. Ooh. Ooh. You've changed your hair or something. All right. BookTube confession.
Hello, BookTube. I have to say that in a Steve Donahue video. Hello, BookTube.
It's not actually Deb. But you would be willing to admit you have been anticipating this award a lot more than I have.
I have been anticipating this award as much as anybody.
She's been watching it minute by minute all night long.
Yeah.
Okay. That having been said, and with all due elasticity for the whole spectrum of reading variety, would it be safe to say that you were disappointed by this long list?
My heart sank. My heart sank at this long list. I think I expected to be more surprised by it and more excited by it. So
I think we both agree it was categorically different from the last year's long list.
Last year's long list was so exciting. I made a video on my channel.
She made many videos.
In a reaction to the long list where I was completely effusive about it, as I am when I'm genuinely excited about something. I'm not excited about this long list. I'm prepared to be more impressed than I am right now.
How many of the books have you read?
I've read 3 of the 16, which is not much, but I am aware of almost all of them, which I wasn't prepared to be aware of almost all of them. Mm-hmm. And the ones that I haven't read are ones I have heard a lot about, and the kind of blandly positive reviews that make me not actually know whether I'm going to enjoy it or not.
Right. Yeah. Okay, so the critical reaction has actually made you suspicious.
It has made me suspicious, and not because I don't know if I'm going to enjoy these books or not, but there
wasn't a feel. The feel wasn't the same.
The universal reviews don't help me actually get a feel for whether or not I'm going to enjoy these books.
I've read 14 of the 16, and I kind of sort of have to agree. This article, this long list seems to be tacking towards a demographic approval. You have to restrain yourself. You have to restrain your vocabulary. But
I don't mind it being commercial at all. I like lists that are accessible to a lot of different kinds of readers, but I don't see. I mean, maybe like Happy by Nicola Barker is a quote unquote challenging book, but I don't see a lot of books that make my mind rev and go, oh yes, I need to read this now. I see a lot of books that I've read reviews that make it sound like a lot of other books that I've read before.
Okay, but you're...
Maybe they will be special.
Right, so we're holding out the possibility that this is not true. For me, it was not true. But you're going to be a better judge. You're going to be a better judge.
I'm going to be a different judge, not a better judge. But
there's a chance that some of these things will surprise you.
Yes.
So you've only read how many, did you say?
3. I've read The Mermaid and Mrs. Hancock, Elmet, and Homefire, and I have reviews on 2 of those, and the review for The Mermaid and Mrs. Hancock is coming this weekend. So, yeah, if you go over to my channel, you'll see some of those, but the other ones...
I have read everything except When I Hit You and The Trick of Time. I've read everything except those 2. And for me, the clear winner of the ones that I have read is See What I Have Done.
Oh, I thought it was The Ministry of Utmost Happiness. That was your favorite fiction book of last year.
It is by far the best book on this list, but I'm assuming they're not going to give it. Maybe that's...
Is this a prediction or a wish list?
Right, I know. It may be
Clarify
jaded on my part. I'm assuming they're not going to give it to an established writer. Is that wrong for this prize?
I think that The Ministry of Utmost Happiness was overlooked enough for the Booker not being shortlisted that...
I thought it was amazing.
That the Women's Prize for Fiction wouldn't feel like they were propping up an established writer by making it win. He can't work my phone.
I can't work her phone.
Can you hold my...
Oh my god. A little insight into the evening has been going on here. But, all right, so...
You'll see it on my teeth.
So we have 2 possibilities here. All right, 2 possibilities in the good spectrum of the outcome. The bad spectrum, oh my god. I think both of us.
Which I can't judge yet, but I'm already dreading
I think we're both dreading.
I'm dreading a few of these. There is a short list of 6 that would absolutely...
destroy.
Just make the blood drain from my face if it actually turned out to be that short list.
I agree completely. The short list, or at least items on the short list that would please us both, as I think you all know, not easy to please in tandem. But I think certainly a short list that would please me would be one that includes both the Ministry of Utmost Happiness and See What I Have Done by Sarah Schmidt, which I think is the best new book on this list. I think the Ministry of Utmost Happiness is by far the best book on the list, period, full stop. But I don't see them giving it to an established book. Is that wrong? You know this prize better than I do.
I don't see it going... See, how can you really judge year by year with a literary prize with completely different judges? But I don't see it going to a super, super popular book because a super popular book won last year. I think this prize likes to have variations in popularity year by year.
So we'll wrap this up. Since we have another guest in the room and we have a lot of wine flowing, we're going to wrap this up quickly. I want to wrap this up with a very simple thing. It's pretty clear. It's pretty clear where our separate sympathies lie. My channel and Deb's channel.
And I'll be doing a reaction to the long list, a sober reaction to the long list on my channel.
You already know to expect full reactions to this particular award on her channel. You won't get it on mine. But all right, so assuming that we know roughly.
Even looking at the list again just makes my heart sink again.
She was so looking forward to it, and then it was announced, and we would watch the whole architecture of her face just sort of settle into place, like after an earthquake. But, okay, assuming that we both kind of sort of know the kind of thing we'd like to win, let's take the Irish Catholic approach and face the worst possible scenario. What would be the worst possible thing that would win? For me, it's easy. It's Sing on Bird Sing.
Being American and having heard these 2 books raved about astronomically to a point that I absolutely don't believe, Manhattan Beach or Sing on Bird Sing would be the winners. I haven't read either, but just... based on the critical reception, I wouldn't be excited for them to win at this moment.
Sing on Buried Sing is only average. Manhattan Beach is slightly average.
What did you think of Salvage with Bones by Jessamine Worth? Her novel.
I actually liked it a lot more.
I've heard better things about that one.
So I don't know what to think. Because Sing on Buried Sing, of course, has been the recipient of unending amounts of praise. So neither one of us knows what to think. But the one thing you know for sure, with Deb's channel or mine, is that we don't take other people's opinions. So Yes.
You want proof of that? You can go look at my women's prize list from last year. See how much I diverged from the other opinions.
All right, so our prediction of our worst case scenario has one book in common. And one book apart, but still, we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Although I would put Eleanor Oliphant in that category too. No offense to it. I haven't read it yet.
There's no chance in the world that it could win.
We're thinking worst case scenario.
I know.
I'm just saying.
Oh, God.
I haven't read it. I can't say. I'm prejudging.
I've read it, and it is just about as bad as a major literary award recipient could possibly be.
But see, he says this about books I enjoy, too, so we'll see if I agree.
It's true, I do, but oh my God. Oliphant was just... Okay, well, we shall see. In Just World,
Eleanor
it wouldn't
Oliphant
be on this long
is not
list.
ideal for the 28-year-old demographic over here.
Boy, thank you. All right, so we're going to leave it there. It's a short video, but there you have two expert predictions. Not so much who's going to win, but who would kill us if they...
We're not going to predict who's going to win. You don't want to go out on a limb? Who do you think is going to win? Say it.
Okay. On terms of strict merit, it should of course be the Ministry of Utmost Happiness, which should have won every award it was nominated for. If the prize is, you know this prize much better than I do, if the prize is going for new voices and new revelations, it should be See What I Have Done by Sarah Schmidt. It shouldn't be anything else. There's almost no other book on this list that has the merit to even stand up straight in a strong wind compared to those. So what about you?
So I made predictions for 3 books that I thought could win. None of which I have read, so you can absolutely trust this opinion. So it's The Idiot by Elif Batuman, Sight by Jesse Greengrass, and When I Hit You by Mina Kanasami.
Okay, but your instincts. You haven't read those books, so you're going by instinct. Okay, but there are different kinds of instinct.
Yeah.
So, is it bad instinct or good instinct that is leading you to any one of those?
I really think it's in the middle. I think I'm hedging my bets on those 3. I don't think it's what I want or don't want necessarily. I just have feelings about those 3, which will probably none of those 3 is going to be on the short list. Now,
well, that's the fun of these awards,
if
right?
If you go look at my short list reaction from last year, you will see that I am awful at predicting the short list.
So the gist...
I've jinxed them all now.
The takeaway of this video is that you should pay attention to Jennifer's channel for...
This is elaborate PR for me.
For follow-ups on all of this thing. I don't think that I'm going to be talking about this award until a winner is announced.
You know that part of The Princess Bride where the person's just like, boo! Boo! That's Steve's reaction to this long list, so you don't need to watch his channel for any further reactions. Not entirely.
The Arundhati Roy I thought was great. It's a genuinely great novel.
That's true. Arundhati Roy and Sarah Schmidt are the redeeming names.
The Sarah Schmidt novel, oh my God, if this is a debut, who knows what we can expect from her. But I
kind of hope I hate it.
It's been kind of the tone of the whole evening. But, considering the tone of the whole evening, I know some of you will understand this right away. I kind of hope she hates it too. So we shall see. We shall see what happens, and both of us will report back when maybe not. I don't think I'm going to pay so much attention when the shortlist is announced, but when the winner's announced, you can guarantee a video.
A video where he says that he predicted it all along, whether or not that was actually the case.
I knew all along, and the reason why? Anybody? Sexy 28-year-old. Pay no attention to the long-suffering look and the compensatory wine gulp. Eyes on the prize. Anyway, I'm going to wrap up for now. We'll see you soon. Thank you, BookTube.